It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Tell you that. I didn't bring it in here just to show you the front. I'm still doing it. I've wore a lot of it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We are now joined in the media center by the 2008 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, Johnny Benson. This is Johnny. You've become the 10th different champion in the series, and this is your first series champion. You were the 1995 NASCAR Nationwide Series champion. Why don't you tell us a little bit about tonight and winning the Truck Series championship?
Tonight was tough. Tonight was about Trip Bruce and making the calls that he did. Because if I wouldn't have screwed up last week, we wouldn't have had to been in this little bit of a situation. But it's one thing I told the guys. It says, you know what, coming into this race was no different than coming into last week's. You know, it was 6 points last time, 3 points this time. And we had to go out and do what we had to do. And Trip had said, we may not going to be the fastest, but this, you know, hopefully the smartest one wins this. And his calls were extremely smart. They're great calls. I knew what he was doing. I knew it was going to be an issue for me, maybe, but I have more confidence in this race team in Trip than I've had in many, many years, and it's been a pleasure to one to win this championship, but one to have a fabulous year. You know, with 5 wins, a lot of great runs, and just really got to thank Bill and Gail Davis for one giving me the opportunity to come and do this. You know, when we started this deal, the goal was to try to get a championship, and it's been amazing to get 14 wins and now a championship in the last 3 years. It means more to me to get this for Bill and Gail than anything than you people can even ever imagine. Bill's been in the sport for many, many years. He's put a lot of blood, sweat, tears in this, a lot of money, and he deserves it. He deserves more than one, and hopefully he'll get more than one before this is all done with.
All right, we're also joined by championship team owner Bill Davis and crew chief Trip Bruce. Bill, why don't you tell us a little bit about tonight in the season?
Well, I don't know if it went according to plan or not. It didn't look like it to me. But somebody said down there, they said something about being a bridesmaid so many years. And I thought, yeah, and for a long time tonight, it looks like it might be that again. But, you know, it worked out. I mean, Rick made a call that probably a lot of people wouldn't have. And you know, that's how it works. It could have been the greatest call and been a hero, and this time it didn't work out because of the way things fell in place, and that's racing. You know, it's just, you know, great that we won it, great that we were in the position to win it, and just this is why we all race. You know, that's why we all do this and work so hard, and just obviously feels real good.
Trip, why don't you tell us a little bit about tonight in the season? Tell us a little bit about.
Well, like, you know, on that note, we're sitting up there with not a whole lot to be proud of. You know, typically we're proud of our performance on the track, the speed we get out of the trucks with Johnny driving, and we didn't have that this weekend, not even once, not for a lap. And you know, nobody stopped trying. We had to talk about that. You know, we know where we're at with the truck. One thing that we have left is to work on air pressure. We don't do that in practice, and we thought, you know, that might help us a little bit. So we go into the race as best we can, but we talked about not giving up, that it's never over. And after the 2 tires stopped and we saw the 2 tires, the left side's fading off, and he was holding on to everything he could there and just trying to get his best finish, just running hard. The truck chief, Billy Haggerty, and myself sat there and said, you know, I told Billy, I said, Billy, it's not over yet. It's a long race. I mean, even if it's 25, 45 laps, it's a long time. Anything can happen. I mean, these guys, all this equipment's running on the ragged edge all the time. You never know. You know, maybe not over yet. We don't really know what the outcome is yet, not until the last lap. And I said, Billy, they're not going to let us leave until it's over. So we're here to the end, so let's keep hoping. And sure enough, caution comes out, and it gives an opportunity for us to not mess up. And like they said, the other team made a little mistake there. I mean, I think they would have beat us if they'd have stayed out. I mean, we all watched the race. It was clear they had a better truck than us tonight. So at that time, just an opportunity, taking advantage of an opportunity. I mean, we said we're going to fight to the end here. We're going to stay out. That's our best shot, and it was. And it turned out good for us tonight, and I'm proud of that. So that was all teamwork getting us to that point. So proud of that part. Same thing we run on all year long, teamwork.
All right, we're going to open up to questions. Tom?
Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Bill, we're all aware of how tough the economic climate is today in NASCAR and in the economy in general. What a challenge it's been this year. Can you talk about psychologically what a big moment this is for you and what a big shot in the arm it is for Bill Davis Racing?
Well, sure, it's been a challenge for everybody in the sport. The entire economy worldwide is something that is in a condition that I don't think many of us in this room, certainly myself, has never seen in 40 years of business. So, the championship is just, as I said earlier, it's what it's all about. Toyota and TRD gives us a wonderful opportunity. They give us the best equipment in the garage and the best support. And we've come up short the last couple of years, and obviously we needed to get it done tonight, and kind of fell into it in an unusual way, but it worked out for us really well, and just real happy for all the guys, at Bill Davis Racing, the guys at Triad, Todd Holbert and John Dysinger, the great job he does on the engines, Todd Holbert, the chassis and the bodies, just the engineering support that TRD gives us. It's second to none, and finally we got it done for them.
Bruce?
Bruce Martin with SI.com. Johnny, do you appreciate this championship a little bit more than when you won the Busch title in '95? Because at that time you were kind of beginning your NASCAR career. Now you realize you're probably in the latter stages of it, and to get a title at this stage in your career, just talk a little bit about how much more you may appreciate this one than 13 years ago.
Well, I think you can appreciate every championship in its own little way. For sure, winning at the time the Busch Series championship was not easy like this year hasn't been either. I mean, I may have been a little bit further ahead on that deal, and we won it before the last race of the season. So yeah, I mean that just shows the performance that we had was great. This year, our performance was great. Ron's performances were great, but if this was last year and any of the 3 previous years, me and Ron, the seasons we had, we'd have been running for 4th and 5th. So this year has been a strange year as far as the consistency of that. I mean, 2 years ago when we were battling Todd had 2 bad races. He ran 18th and 20th. That's very unusual to have that, but that's how tough this series is. And I think this year, people had more problems. Obviously it came down to the last race, to the final lap. I mean, I actually thought I lost it when the 09 went by me. And it's, we went into this race to have fun, to do the best that we could. I've got all the confidence in the world with Trip Bruce and Bill Davis Racing that things were going to end up okay. And obviously they ended up a little better than okay. And this one does mean a lot to me. More so just for myself, but for Bill and Gail. They've done so much for the sport. And like you say, he's run second many times, and it's I've been in that same position. I've run second. I've done that. I've tried hard, and it's not easy to get to the top of the heap. Even if you've run second for 4 or 5 years in a row, it's not easy to get that top one. And if it wasn't for Trip Bruce and the team, and their dedication to try to win this championship, and the desire to win it, and the trust and the belief in everybody on this team to win it, we wouldn't be sitting at this table. I guarantee you that. They all believe in everything we do. I got the utmost trust in the world getting in these trucks. Trip and Billy and all the guys on the team, when they make changes and when they do something, I'm confident I can go out on a track and run hard. And that's what makes a great team, and Bill Davis has assembled a great team, and they were champions before this race started. They're champions in my mind if we would have run second in this championship, and they deserve all the credit in the world to get this. So yes, it does mean a tremendous amount, at this stage of my career for sure.